The term meditation is as broad in definition as is the term art. Both include a wide range of practices, styles, and purposes. For instance, art can be engaged in for therapeutic reasons, or for fun and recreation, or for many other reasons. Art has different disciplines, each with its distinct schools of thought, media, and tools. Accomplished artists in one discipline may not exhibit skillfulness in another, and may not even understand the methods of a different media. In the same way, meditation is different things to different people. There are certain meditative practices that work better for me, practices I respond to and understand better. By practice, I mean the daily method I use to meditate. If I were a watercolor artist, I might say watercolor was my preferred medium, and I might not care to waste my time chiseling away at a marble block to reveal a hidden statue therein. As a watercolorist, when I spoke about my art and the benefits, goals, and methods of its practice, I would be talking in a language that other watercolorists understood. Although there would be crossover points universal to all artists, I would have found my niche, my way, and my art. I may have even dabbled with other forms of art in the journey to discover what fits best, or I might have been one of those duck-to-water artists that picks it up and simply knows how to do it. Similarly, when I talk about meditation, I'm talking about my best practice, and I tend sometimes to talk as if it's the only way. I know this isn't the case, and I think what's coming through is my enthusiasm for what I've developed in my understanding of what meditation can be for me. I did dabble with all kinds of practices, and a little of everything I encountered along the way has lingered in what has become my practice today. I have developed a multifaceted approach in which 3 distinct tools form the meditative practice I use and that I teach to others. 1. Mindfulness practices, in which we become absorbed in a purposefully chosen activity. 2. Sitting practices, in which we reduce the use of mental and physical resources as much as possible by sitting still and silently. And 3. Creative practices, in which we use some device such as journaling, observing, or focusing on an inspirational passage. You'll find examples of and instructions for all 3 of these main practices in this book. Within these 3 groups, the practices that give access to this natural state of inner peace that meditation brings are varied. Some meditation practices include movement, eating mindfully, thoughtfully conducted ceremonial actions, counting beads to keep track of recited phrases, and so much more. The power of meditation is similar to the power of poetry, in that it has the ability to open doors of understanding and awareness that remain closed in ordinary states of mind. What method you use to get there seems less important than that you go on the journey. To think that there's only one way to meditate is not accurate. And it isn't all mental. It's an integration of thoughts, feeling, sensation, body, mind, and movement. You may discover or invent a method that isn't described in this or any other book, and you may realize that you already know the way to your inner world of peace. Moreover, you may also discover, as I did, that meditation is not confined to the time spent in an activity. It becomes an approach to life and affects the way you think about your place in the scheme of things, the meaning of your life, your beliefs and aspirations, and so much more. For this reason, in this book I write not only about specific exercises you can try, but also about the bigger picture of my changed worldview that came about as a result of meditating. What releases the power that is meditation? Consistency in practice does. Meditation requires practice, and with a schedule of regular sitting, you'll develop momentum, and that momentum will take you beyond what this or any other book can impart to you. There is an unpredictable and beautiful power that can be released in your life through sitting in meditation. I'll be offering various suggestions about techniques and practices as I describe my own journey. Give my suggested techniques and practices a try. What I hope to convey most of all is that there's an ideal way for you to meditate, and as you discover what works and what doesn't, it will likely lead you to your own experience of what was always in you. a profoundly peaceful.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.